Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about how to water the plants, indoor plants properly. So first thing, I would like to tell you that this is a cordyline, which is an outdoor plant. This is sold in the nurseries and the stores for putting this in the outside planters in the center, and then you can put something other flowers around, so it gives little height to your planter, and then you can just plant other flowers around it. So that's what mostly people do, or you can just plant outside. But I got this in the fall. It was on sale, so just got it, and I'm keeping it indoors, and you can see it's growing beautifully. It looks beautiful, so I'm probably going to keep it indoors, or I will see if I want to plant it outside in some container. I will see how I want to use it. So before you water, there are a few things you need to check. First thing, you have to check whether your plant needs the water or not. To do that, I'm going to take this out from here, because this is a little bit bigger for this my planter. So this, I'm going to take it out and keep it here. I'll move my planter away. All right, so I'm going to keep it here for you guys. So first thing, we need to check whether this plant needs the water or not. And first thing is the appearance of the soil. If you see the soil is looking dry, like in this one, it is looking dry, because I did not water it, because I water every week, and I have not watered this one yet. So this is looking dry. You can see it's absolutely dry and needs water for sure. Now, second thing you can do is, when you're not sure and you're not seeing that this is it's not dry, and you don't know whether you should water or not, you can put your finger down here for about 2 inches deep, like this, and you feel, if you feel it wet about 2 inches, like under going down there, it can be a little wet. But if you feel like it's about 1 or 2 inches deep when you put your finger, it means, and if you feel dry, so it means it needs water, and mine feels dry, right? So this is the one thing to do, right? So I just close this hole, whatever I have made. And another thing is, some of you might have this meter to measure the wetness and the light and the pH level, and I have it. So you can use these ones also. You know, you put just what I have done. I have made the marks on those ones, like 1 inch and 2 inches here. It didn't have anything, but I just made them, so I know, you know, when I'm checking it. So you can just put this down here, right, like this, and check your wetness, right, whether it needs it. It's showing dry, so it goes 2 inch down there, is dry, still it's showing dry. Can you see it? It is showing dry, because needle is right here, so it definitely needs water. And if it shows wet or right in the center, so it's like moist, so don't water it yet. Let it a little bit dry on the top part, because I will tell you the reason why. And then if it's wet, going beyond moist, so it means you don't have to water at all. These things. So these are things you can do to check whether your plant needs water or not. And when it needs water, you have to water. Now, there are some plants, they don't like their leaves to be wet. So sometimes when you're putting the water on the top, some leaves, when it's a smaller plant and that doesn't like leaves to be wet, so it would be getting some sort of water, so you have to avoid watering from the top. So what you'd have to do, you have to water them from the bottom. So watering from the bottom means like they have to drink the water from these drainage holes, right? So what you have to do, you take some sort of container, or you can use this tray. What is this? Is a dripping tray which goes under plant. So you can either use this one, put the water in this one like this, put the water, fill the tray, fill the container or whatever you have with the water, put the plant here like this. Can you see? Okay. Put the plant like this here and let it drink from the bottom, from the drainage holes, and leave this there for about 10 to 15 minutes max, not more than that, because this is a small plant. And what will happen, this will start drinking the water from bottom, from the drainage holes, and then the dirt will start getting wet, and it keeps coming up to the here. When you see the top part is getting wet, so it means your plant has drank enough water. Now you need to take it out from the water. Now if you're using this drip tray, obviously you have to throw this water and put the plant back in your dripping tray. And if you're using the container, obviously you take this out and put in your dripping tray like this and put your plant back. Now if you have 1 or 2 plants, then you can do this method. And if you have more than that, you have quite a few, then you can use your sink. You can fill your sink, not much, about 2 to 3 inches of water in the sink, and put all your plants there and let them drink the water from there, and then take it out. Either you just drain the water from the sink and leave your plants there for another 5 minutes. So if they have any extra water, that will drain out of the drainage holes, and you can put back your plants wherever you want to keep them. Or you can just take it out and put in the dripping tray and place the plants wherever you keep them. So that is one thing. And if you have a lot more and you have bigger plants, bigger containers, and they have to drink from the bottom, then you can use your tub, right? So it depends what you have. So that is one method. Now the another one is like when you're watering from the above here, from the top. So what you can do, you should do what, either you can get a can, right, watering can, which has a little shower head type on the top, so you can water with that one, right? I just brought this one with me right now, but I use this type of can also because it has a really long neck and it helps me go between the plants, right? When you have lots of branches or lots of stems coming up from there, so it helps me go inside and water it. And bigger, for the bigger planters, I use that shower head one, bigger can, but for smaller one I use this one. So this is the benefit. So when you're buying this type of indoor, just check how big the neck is if you need to water between the plants. So now what you have to do, sometimes what we do, we just take the water in a cup or whatever, and we just put right here in the center like this, and we're done. This is not the right way of doing it, right? Although your roots have got, the center has got the water and some roots in the center, but actually your roots are everywhere in your plant. So you should be watering everywhere. And what will happen, you water this much only and you leave it and you water, your plant will need more water more frequently. So you should be watering all over the plant, all over the planter. Make it wet so that all the roots in this planter will get the water. And also you don't have to water that frequently because you still have water in the planter. And with these center You don't have to worry about the center because these roots will get the water from here also, from the top, from everywhere, from your planter. So just water the whole thing until you see you have enough water in the planter and it's starting to drip a little bit down, right? If it drips too much, if you have too much down there, it drips down, then you have to empty your drip tray from here, because you can't leave the plant in a standing water. So you can just do it when it starts coming down, little bit, few drops. If you start seeing here, just stop it. So it means it has enough water now. That's it. So I have just watered this. This is enough water for this plant for a week. But you have to check. You know, sometimes some plants need more water more frequently, and this is a smaller container, and the plants are, there are 2 plants right here, you can see, and they're pretty big, so they need water more frequently, but 1 week is good enough for them. If I see they need in between sometimes, I just water them. Otherwise 1 week, once a week is fine for these ones. But you have to check your plants more frequently for the water. If they need, you water them. If they're wet, don't water, don't overwater. Only problem with indoor plants is overwatering. If you underwater, like if your plant is a little dry, it can survive for a day or 2 or even 3. So drying out is not a big problem, but overwatering is a problem. Whenever you overwater, you will kill your plant. So that's all you have to remember, that water all around, or make the whole dirt, whatever soil you have, your pot has, make that whole wet, and just leave it and check before you're watering again. That's all you have to do, and you will have your beautiful plants indoors. And remember not to overwater them. Thank you. That's all from me for today. I'll see you some other time. Thank you so much. Please press the like button if you like my video, and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.